So at the flea, I paid up a little bit more than I wanted to, but the Ninja Gaiden is a long story, so I'll talk about it later. But altogether, I paid $110 for everything. But this game by itself, complete and the shape that it's in, goes for about 160. I already have the game, so I'll be able to do some managing, and of course, I got Mario 64 already, so I should be able to get most of my money back and keep the box for all this stuff. And altogether was $110 later. At the pawn shop all the way over there, San Francisco Rush 2049, Silent Hill Homecoming, Halo 3, just a steel case that I wanted, and Family Guy, all four for $10 later. Alright guys, sorry for the lighting. My battery's dead and the lights in my car are red, so I picked up Disney Magical Mirror, two of them, both of them sealed, and I paid $10, so hopefully they're worth something later. So at the pawn shop over here, a whole bunch of commons for $1 a piece. I can just sell them for, should I do it this way? I can sell them for, you know, I bundle it with systems, and for $5. That's not bad. Altogether, I paid $20. I also got Roadrunner that I didn't have, Fisher Price I didn't have, Super Hang On I didn't have, and then this game, Crew Ball, and they're all together, everything, $20 later. Alright guys, one thing you won't see on the video are these two 3DS's. They're all in very good shape. Paid $100 for them. I already sold them both, and it came with some other games that I will show in the pickup, but all this was $100. I think I sold everything all together for about $250, so not a bad deal. So later. So at the Goodwill over here, it just opened, but at least I got something. But I heard other people got better stuff. Metroid for $2.99, Mario Bros for $2.99, and Wild Gunman for $4.99 that I didn't have. So, but from what I heard, other people got decent stuff. But for this and the price, I'll take it later. Alright guys, here are my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we will do pawn shops, flea markets, and everything in between. It was a really good week. I picked up a few things that I can add to my collection, a couple of heavy hitters, and a couple of good stories. I would also like to mention, thank you all. This is my 100th video, which is something that I never thought I would get to. So I wanted to thank you all for that. I'm also up to almost 1,700 subs, which is extremely exciting. Thank you all, and now we'll get moving right away. I picked up Disney's Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse for the GameCube, sealed for $5, and I actually picked up two of them for $5. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. Probably sell one of them, but we will see. At another pawn shop, I picked up Star Wars Battlefront for $1, Dynasty Warriors 4, Jack and Dexter, Lego Star Wars 2, and Battlefront 2. Those were $1 a piece. I also picked up from the same pawn shop the Roadrunner, which I didn't have, Fisher Price Perfect Fit, which I didn't have, Super Hang On for the Genesis, complete, and Crew Ball. I guess it's starting Motley Crue, which is a rock bands from the 80s and early 90s, and for all those games I paid $20 for that, which is a really good deal. I also picked up this game at Savers for $2.99. It's Chip Shot. That was actually a $15 game, so that's interesting enough. At another pawn shop, also picked up Halo 3. The only reason I picked this up is because it has the tin or the steel cover, so that's why I bought that. I also got Family Guy and something else that I can't remember, plus San Francisco Rush 2049, and for all that I paid $10. This game by itself should go for 15 at a eBay. I bought this Jurassic Park Operation Genesis for the PS2 complete, and I only paid $13, which is very cheap, and this game goes for about 40, so that was a deal that I just could not pass up, so I picked that up for $13. I also picked at a Goodwill that just opened up, picked up a few games. I actually missed out on a whole bunch of stuff. Not a whole bunch of stuff, but stuff that was nice. The place opened at 9 o'clock. It was a grand opening. And by the time I got there was a line going across the parking lot. And I'm not a guy to be staying in line, but I was there with my wife. So we decided to stay. The people picked up some GameCube games and other stuff, but for some reason left these behind. Metroid 5 Screw for $2.99. Mario Bros, the arcade version, for $2.99, and this game actually 5 Screw goes for about $20. And then Wild Gunman I didn't have, so I was very happy to pick this up. This was $4.99, and the only reason why I picked it up is because it's going for my collection. Then I went back there 2 days later and was able to pick up Kickboxing, brand new, sealed for the PS1. Soul Blade, sealed again. And they were all together in one pack for $3.99, no, $2.99. And this game, the King of Fighters 99, also sealed with the hang tab and everything for $2.99. King of Fighters should sell for about $35-40, and such should Soul Blade, so that was a really good deal. I also picked up from the flea market. It's missing a couple of things, but I picked up this Sony Ericsson phone. The only reason why I picked it up is basically approved by PlayStation, so you can see the PlayStation symbols in there, and I thought it was kind of cool. And we only paid $3 or $4. I don't even know if it works, and I don't really even care. It's just kind of something different to pick up, so I was happy to get that. I also picked up this NES controllers, basically brand new. They're in really good shape. I paid up for this. I paid $120. I also picked up the Punisher complete. This game by itself goes for about $50 complete. And the main game that came out of it was Ninja Gaiden 3. This game was actually posted on Facebook, and I had made the deal with the guy for $80, but I don't know what happened, that he basically never got back to me. When I went to the flea market, he was there, and he told me he has some games, and I talk to the guy every week when I go there, and he said he has some games for me, and when I looked, this was in it, so I told him I was the guy. So what he did was, I made a deal. He said, oh, well, you wanted this one for 80, right? So I kind of tried to throw in some more stuff so I can bring down the price. As you know, you can sell some of the stuff. So I was able to get Mario Kart, this, and this for $120 because I'm missing a couple of things. I think I had a card from the Mask TV show that was also included. But basically, this game by itself goes between $140 and $160. This one goes for about $50. I would say the controllers might be $20, so that's over $200 right there. I wasn't going to pass it up, and then Mario Kart, that's another $30, so it was about $240 worth of value for $100 or $120 that I spent at the flea. So I wasn't going to, pass that up. So that was a good deal for me. I also picked up. This was almost going to be my pickup of the week, but I decided not to. The N64 Ice Blue. I paid only $9.99, which is an amazing deal for that. Excellent pickup. Very happy to get that for $9.99. I also went to my local store, in which I traded in a few things, like a Saturn, a ColecoVision, and some other stuff, and picked up a few games. Shingen the Ruler was one of them. I picked up the box and manual for Empire Strikes Back, which is something I needed. I also picked up the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which is maybe like a $50 game. And then the reason why I go out and every day and try to get many things as I can for a good price is just so I can trade in or sell them so I can get the games that I want. And one of the games is Bomberman 2 for the NES. It's a game that I always been looking for, a game that I've been wanting for a very long time, and I'm very happy to get it and not having to spend any of my own money, just basically using store credit for that. And while this was happening, somebody came into the store and they asked, asked the person that was working there how much would they pay him for the game that he had. They gave him a price. He didn't like it, so he just left. So when I finished my transaction, I stepped outside, and he was sitting outside. And when I saw him, I asked him, "How much are you looking to get for the game?" He said $50. I said, "I'll take it," and that is how this became the pickup of the week. So the pickup of the week was Hunting Ground for the PS2. It's a horror game for the PS2. Fun game. Looks very fun. Looks, scary, which is good. And it's one of the games that everybody's been looking for. I actually missed out on this on a bundle, an offer up not too long ago when the lady realized how much the game is worth. She decided that she wanted it and acted like the game was missing from the bundle that I was about to buy, but that's neither here or there. I was able to pick this up for $50. It's a game that should go between 100 and 130, something like that. So I'm very happy to get that. The week was a good week. Very grateful to get all the stuff that I was able to get, especially stuff that I can add to my collection. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. Later.